and welcome. This is X-SiM Racing live from Belgium, from Zolder today. My name is Michael. I'm the CEO and the commentator, and today with me we got from Holland Richard Mackens, who is in the control and direction. Hello Richard. Great to be together with you again in the new season.
Yes.
And I also want to say welcome to Alessandro Andoni, who is helping me in the future and doing together with our live broadcasting on the streaming, so that we have more personnel available for you guys, and letting you know what we're up to on X-SiM Racing. You know, Zolder is a Belgium circuit that has been used for the Formula 1 in the 70s and the 80s. And then after the death of Gilles Villeneuve on the Zolder track, when he collided with Jochen Maas and he passed away, that was the second last race. And on the last one, then actually a shame, because Villeneuve was a great Formula 1 star that had passed away. And of course we know his son, with Jacques Villeneuve, who is also a world champion from 1999, I think. He became a world champion from Canada. So our memories and our regards go over. But I want to say hi to everybody that is watching us, that is listening to us. I am in Austria, located at the X-SiM Broadcasting Center, and as usually it is my pleasure to be your host today. And we've got quite a few drivers on board with us. And this season number 3 of X-SiM Racing will be celebrated on the different circuits that we have, and we will have for you also, and for our drivers, some incredible prize money coming up. $3,000+ in prize money for the drivers that participate with us, all 5 races. And we got 3 extra categories: quickest lap, pole position, and the fairest driver. They're also taking home some extra money after 5 weeks only. So please bear in mind that we have a $4,000 prize allowance being assigned to our drivers, and we want to welcome, of course, our micro sponsors that have been with us. Right now we see the winner of a last race season, that was Jordi Clara on the Only Gear car. He is from Spain, and it's great to have him on with us. Anyway, you can see what we are now. It's on the last section of the praxis. Oops. That was damaging down there. So really we're on the last 7 minutes before the practice is over, and then we will go straight into the racing. And the racing is usually we will have 2 races. That means we will have a short race, heat number 1 as we call it, and that will be on 20 minutes. And after this it's something special. That is the inverse order. That means race number 2, after a 5 minutes break, will be in reverse order. That means the guy that is 10s will certainly start first, and the one that is 9s will start second. And those that have won the first race, of course, they will be at the 10th position. It's only reverse in the first 10, so I hope that you will enjoy being with us. There are some handicaps on the straight, because on the second race it's 40 minutes long, and cars are not completely filled up. They only have a maximum of fuel capacity of 50%. We have a quick option for repair. We have new rules being set up for those of you that are interested in the driving and that want to know a bit more about the technical side. Go to our website at xsimracing.com. Under rules you can see all the points that we give and so on. This season again will be outstanding when it comes on drivers' performance. More and more drivers are together with us on board, and we're really happy to have them with us, because I think we make a difference in what we do. And also I want to welcome today with me one of our ambassadors for the iXSIM Invest, who's helping us a lot, which is Kevin Wilkes from the United Kingdom. Let's see, without a quick micro check. Hello Kevin, how are you doing? Are you with us? Oh, microphone doesn't hear, not up yet, so I don't hear you yet, Kevin. Okay, there comes something.
He's working for the news. It takes a while to get to him.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfectly. Hello, Kevin. Great to tune from you guys to tune in with us from England.
Brilliant, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. How exciting! A new series.
Well, you see probably also when you click on our live stream what's going on from our broadcasting side. You're privileged, but also hope you not mind that I called you up on this, because I think you've done an excellent job getting us where we are from the micro-sponsoring side. You're one of the great micro-sponsors also with us. For those of you that have DF is one of our sponsors. If we could just swap over for a moment and share our sponsors that we got, that would be great. Just to share with our public that are looking on. There we got. Okay, we got Only Gear. That's from Spain. We got the Sofan Project Management. We got Dream Factory. We got Futureplan. We've got Stephen Bird. We've got the Trisha Kotak. We've got X-SiM Invest. We've got Inato, then the Apostle Entertainment Network. We've got Date Capital, our main sponsor for this season again. We've got the Blackline Trailers. We've got Marketing Pro Solutions from Ireland. We've got SRP Racing. That's our provider for one of the best pedals in the sim industry. And we got Fit 2020 from the UK. And we got UB Live and Rafa Otis. We got RAM also from Ireland. So you see, there's a lot of happening here. We got the total now, I think, of 35 different sponsors on that are available. And today, I think we got. Yeah, this is the next start. We have really made it strong and tough for people to join us, because we pass on quite some money for those that are participating, and they have a responsibility to our micro-sponsors. So for your better understanding, this is really, like you see right now, there's Danny Herrera on the Sofan Project Management car driving, and I think he is just moving out. I think something was broken there. That's how it looked like. Anyway, what I want to say is that we're happy to get into race season number 3, and from that point of view, I can only say, hey, this is great that we can start again. 1 week break that we had at Powers, and we have given away prize monies. We have given away prizes to the winners of our competition that we had given out last week. So I really think that people appreciate what we are doing, and our target, of course, as you know, is we want to become world famous, the #1 in event promotion and organization of sim racing. With this said, yeah, Kevin, I hope you don't mind if I just pick you up here a little bit, because I know you're new to us. You're the first time that you're speaking live on the broadcasting. So, Kevin, tell me what you think about our X-SiM racing. Just give me your opinion honestly, and if you don't like it, just throw it out.
I promise you, Michael, if I didn't like it, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, we have met, we spent some time together, and I think we're both two guys who tell it as it is. That's important in life as we get a bit more senior in years. Yeah, I mean, when I first came across it, obviously, which was, you know, only a few weeks ago, really, I thought, oh God, it's another one of those. I have a nephew who's into esports, but he plays football. And he did actually play for one of the Premiership football clubs in the UK. And was doing very well out of it. So, unfortunately, COVID came along and destroyed that for him a little bit. Shamefully, but I kind of imagined it was a similar thing. It was just a few guys on keyboards tapping away. You know, I've tried that in arcades and things and not been very successful at it, frankly. But when you first come and watch a race and you realise how realistic it is, it's incredible. Honestly, it really is.
It is.
It's incredible.
It is. You really have to think, is that real? I mean, it's very hard. I mean, that happened to me. And I'm sure many viewers watching us live right now on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch, they probably say, this is really simulator racing? At least I got those messages coming up quite a few times.
Yeah, so I mean, that was the first impact on me. The second impact, as you know, spent some time with you, and then I'm very impressed with you as a person, of course. And then sort of discovered exactly the rigs that these guys use for racing in. And it's like, wow, that's really impressive. So, I mean, now, of course, I'm trying to get my head around the rules and sort of equipment that they're actually using. So far, incredibly impressed. As you know, I've introduced quite a few friends to the X-SiM.
Micro-sponsoring, yeah.
Yeah, to the micro-sponsoring, and hopefully everybody who's involved start to put the word out there, and we'll get more and more people attending. until we get into our sort of tens of thousands watching races, which would be absolutely...
Well, this is exactly what we want to achieve, and for those of watching us, Kevin, most people don't realize that we just started really as X-SiM Racing in September last year, so it's just about 6 months down the road since we really got this, took the bull by the horn and said, okay, we do it this way, and we are certainly becoming successful of what we're doing. And looking by the amount of micro sponsors that we got on board, by the amount of drivers that are signing up and want to race with us, I think that's exactly our next step is coming forward. And talking about the next step, for those that are watching, that are listening, we also will start an endurance series in April. And I think that starts on the 9th of April. Let me just check. It will be a Saturday. I'm not quite sure what date it is. Let me just check here on my calendar. Thing we got the 9th, correct. The 9th of April, the endurance series will be starting if we have enough teams. So I really invite all teams that a team really is an alliance between two drivers on a 6 hours journey on X-SiM Racing Endurance. And we got $2,500 on prize money. So if drivers are watching later on after the race and they did not know about this, you guys are invited to find a partner. The endurance race will be celebrated with 2 or 3 drivers maximum. And as we say, it goes over 6 hours, and it will be 3 weeks or 4 weeks in total. But with a time difference of 3 weeks, there will be open settings. That means drivers will be able to configure their own cars, because here on our series, we really have done that all cars have a fixed settings. So that really allows us to have the youngsters, the rookies, the professionals drivers with us, and you will see the time difference when you see on our left hand side, so you will see what's going on. But anyway, we are right now into the praxis. It's over. It's now into qualifying for the first race, and you see underneath there's Jordi Clara with the best time at the moment, because it was best time in the first section. Now let me explain that for a moment. You see the selection time there indicated in 1, 2, 3, 4 into 6 section as it looks, and green means the best personal time, and the pink one means that the best section for all drivers at that section 1 and 2, which currently has Raul Diago with the best time in the section 1, section 2, and if he continues like this, he probably sets up an amazing time there. So he's also the best timing right now in third section. So you can see this is how you understand how the drivers are doing, and in the end you will see they go through 1 lap out of the boxes, and then they have to go and they have to have one thing important. They can't go out with the 4 wheels out of the track limitation, because then within the qualifying session, which only goes for 15 minutes, it's not allowed to pass with 4 wheels out of the track limitation. Sometimes you will have that we see drivers doing it, and they're wondering, I don't have a qualification time in there. Well, you still can race with us, but then they have to start at the back of the grid. We just saw that Justin van der Linden from Holland just made the 6th on the 6th section, the best overall time, and we got the best time presented by Victor Lobato on the Ferrari on 1:27.032. Second is Juan Iglesias on 0266. So you see, there is certainly people are really driving like hell already, and we see that we got some great new drivers on board with us. Victor Lobato is new with us. We've got Bruno Kuki. We've got Maxime Tilvenet from Canada. We've got let's see who else is new. We got David Perez from Spain, who is with us. We got Luis Cuevas, who is new with us as well. So you see Stephen Bird, we got Ivan Spitz, we got David Martinez, Rafa Ortiz. So all those are new drivers just incorporating themselves in that third section, and to me it's a pleasure to really welcome them as drivers. And I'm sure they will give us more spirit, they will give us more speed and more action, because that's what we really want. And remember guys, this is virtual racing, okay? So nobody gets hurt if you see incidents or mishaps like this. So don't worry, mums and dads, your kids don't get hurt and nobody can lose his life or stuff like this. I also want to announce that you see on the top right corner, you see our X-SiM Racing logo in the colors of Ukraine to show solidarity with them. And we can't change it, but we can certainly show our solidarity, and I think that's one of the things that we want to make sure that the world is aware, that X-SiM Racing is aware that we are fighting together with them for the staying of democracy and for instead of tyranny and dictatorship. This is why we solidarity with all the Ukrainian, and of course we from our side, we have already spent some money on helping those, and we have raised some funds for Ukraine. So just to give you an idea that we are really attached to this mishap that is really happening on this planet, people getting slaughtered away for nothing, you know. So anyway, let's go back to the sports side here, and gives me a quick chance. Kevin, I hope you have time to stay a little bit with me on this broadcast. I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be excellent. And allow me to quickly welcome our drivers. We have many more drivers also from Spain and from Germany. Allow me to welcome them as well. Bienvenidos a todos. Es la tercera temporada. Hoy estamos en X-SiM Racing. Yo me llamo Michael y tenemos 5 carreras cada semana de este campeonato, que son 5 semanas en donde nosotros competimos con 2 carreras de 20 y de 40 minutos cada domingo a la misma hora. Y en este campeonato nosotros damos un total de $4,000 en premios. Importante para los que están viéndolos. Tenemos unos $3,000 y pico para los corredores para su calificación, como van a estas 5 carreras. Pero también tenemos 3 categorías más, que es los pilotos con la mejor vuelta, los pilotos con la pole y también los pilotos que más sanos conducen, que se mantengan las reglas, que son fair, que son justos, que no chocan con otros. Todo eso nos valoramos, porque nosotros tenemos los stewards que realmente están con nosotros y observan cada martes después de estas carreras qué ha pasado en esta carrera. Y os digo una cosa, que estamos encantados y decimos muchas gracias a todos nuestros patrocinadores que están con nosotros, y realmente creo que pues vais a disfrutar con nosotros. Esto es la primera fin de semana, o domingo en este caso, en donde estamos de nuevo con vosotros. Vamos a tener 4 semanas más, y en nuestra página xsimracing.com vosotros podéis informarles más sobre los detalles, os podéis verlo en vivo que estamos haciendo ahora mismo, y por supuesto muchas informaciones añadidas, las reglas, las stewards, las acciones, todo cómo funciona para los de vosotros que están interesados. También me gustaría recordarle a los pilotos que tenemos para el 9 de abril, tenemos pensado de crear nuestro primer campeonato de endurance, que nunca lo hemos celebrado, y realmente buscamos pilotos que quieren participar con nosotros. El premio en metálico es $2,500 para la participación. La endurance son 6 horas, y los equipos pueden formarse entre 2 y 3 pilotos máximos. Más informaciones lo vais a encontrar en nuestro servidor en Discord, donde las informaciones están disponibles, y también para registrarse y para estar con nosotros. Ok, esto es un momentito, espero que vosotros disfrutáis. Llevamos ya 8 minutos y 20 segundos en la cualificación para la primera carrera. Espero que disfrutáis y que tenéis un buen domingo divertido con nosotros. Okay, meine Damen und Herren, herzlich willkommen, auch in deutscher Sprache wie immer. Mein Name ist Michael und ich bin der CEO von X-SiM Racing, und es freut mich natürlich, dass ihr wieder heute bei uns seid, uns zuschaut in YouTube, in Twitch oder in Facebook. Wir freuen uns, dass wir auch wieder eine neue GT3 Challenge Serie anfangen. Heute ist die erste aus Zolder, aus Belgien. Ein sehr berühmter Kurs, nicht nur wegen seiner Strecke, sondern auch wegen viele Sachen, die dort passiert sind, die dann später in den Anfang der 80er Jahre dann für Spa umgewechselt wurde. Aber wie gesagt, das sind so Sachen, da kann man sich interessieren in der Wikipedia, und das soll da einfach mal googeln, was ist das für ein Kurs, was wurde dort alles gehalten. Große Namen sind auf dieser Strecke gefahren, auch große Namen haben ihr Leben hier verloren, wie zum Beispiel Gilles Villeneuve in, glaube 1979 war da, als er mit Jochen Maas verunglückt und da sein Leben gelassen hat. Später wurde dann sein Sohn Jacques Villeneuve Weltmeister 1999, und die Kanadier waren natürlich froh, wieder einen Superstar dabei zu haben. Auch heute haben wir wieder einen Kanadier bei uns, und zwar im Moment auf Position 7 der Maxime Villeneuve, der ist auch von Kanada, und wir freuen uns, dass er das erste Mal in unserer Rennserie dabei ist. Okay. Das ist von meiner Seite, wie ihr wisst, wir haben auch hier diese Rennserie wieder 2 Rennen, einmal 20 Minuten, einmal 40 Minuten. 20 Minuten ist die erste, da haben wir gerade die Qualifikation, es sind noch 5 Minuten und wir sehen gerade David Perez, neu dazugekommen, ist in Führung. Dann haben wir den Dani Herrera Zweiter, Jordi Clara Dritte und Raul Diago, unser Race Director, auf der 4. Position im Moment. Also, heute geht eine Menge ab hier, wie es sieht, und wir sehen immer noch, wir haben 4 Leute noch ohne Zeiten, das heißt, die sind innerhalb dieser Qualifikation bis jetzt noch keine gezeitete Runde gefahren. Nicht, dass sie nicht fahren, sondern sie waren wahrscheinlich mit allen 4 Rädern außerhalb der Streckenlimitierung. Und dann zählen die gezeiteten Runden eben nicht und müssen probieren. Ansonsten starten sie von hinten. Okay, das ist im Moment alles, auch in deutscher Sprache. Ich freue mich, dass ihr dabei seid. Empfehlt uns weiter. Bitte liked uns, subscribe unseren Kanal, ob ihr uns in Facebook, in YouTube oder in Twitch seht. Wir freuen uns, dass wir dabei sein können. Und ja, empfehlt uns weiter. Wir haben viele neue Sponsoren, die uns unterstützen. Und X-SiM Racing ist natürlich unser Ziel, ist einer der größten Eventveranstalter, wenn nicht der größte Eventveranstalter zu werden. Ja, und ich hoffe, dass ihr Spaß daran habt. Wir sehen gerade hier auch The Private Family Network Fahrzeug vor uns. Das ist der Tristan Klopp. Und ich bin sicher, da werdet ihr noch einige von unseren Sponsoren sehen, die gerade dabei sind, noch mal ein paar Zeit dran zu machen. Okay, let's get back into English. That's my usual introduction to the different languages, Kevin. I know that not everybody understands what I'm talking, but in principle I say the same thing. Yeah? Well, we have here, we're right in with Maxim Tilneff, and I think he is on his outlap again, and let's see if he can improve his time. He is 7th currently, and he is driving the Lambo. Right now we see that there is a dominance of Ferraris right now, like in Formula 1. There is David Perez, so it's 126, 1.15, and second is Dani Herrera, with only 0.2 of a second behind him, and Jordi Clara is also 2.5 tenths of a second behind him, so very close. And you see Raul Diago in 4th position is even 0.05 of a second behind Jordi, so they are all very close together. And this is important because the one that will have the most pole positions also get some extra pricing. So, you know, we value what drivers are doing, every commitment, everything that they're doing, pole position, quickest lap in the race, and so on. And of course, being a fair driver, being a tough driver, but don't be brutal. Don't get people out of track and stuff like this.
I assume they've got to fit within a certain set of rules that that are being set in terms of the equipment they can use and so on.
Yes, actually on this race, all the equipment that they can use is set by us, by the race director, okay, so that there is no unfair advantage, because, you know, Kevin, we got drivers like Sam van der Korven, for example. He's just 16 years old and with not much experience, but they are racing together with us. And to make it easier, the drivers cannot change the settings that we decide for them. That means the only thing that they can do is they can change the cars, like a Ferrari or an Audi or BMW. That's what we have, but we only have one Audi at the moment on the track as well. But this is the only thing that they can choose. But in principle, normally they can make the settings. They can use special settings, and the professionals are used to do so. But to have our race series not so boring, so to say, because if we would allow the top 10 to also modify their settings, Kevin, then you would see that there will be another half a second or even a second quicker than the other. And that is frustrating for those that are not so professional. So at least our drivers, our viewers also understand that if you see 2 of the same cars fighting for position, like we have David Perez and Dani Herrera, that we will soon see they have the same setting. They have no other advantage than their skills and their experience. Okay?
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I mean, especially for our. I mean, we could allow them to modify it, but then it will be. Really will be a boring thing. Everybody that is a master, and we have drivers out there that are 10, 15 years on iRacing, they would just be outstanding. Like Victor Lobato, we got Juan Iglesias, Raul Diago. You already see them on top already, and you see the difference on timing. There's already a second between them, and the second in this sport are worlds. If we allow them to make their own private settings, Kevin, that would be 1.5 seconds or 2. And then it's not so nice, you know, because you always know who wins. Here we have many drivers that can win. I think that's a better opportunity also. It's more interesting for our viewers, you know, for our micro sponsors who want to see their cars also winning.
Yeah, it makes it fair, doesn't it? It's a bit like golf, really. You get a golf handicap, so if you're not as good as the guy above, you can still compete with him.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's about the handicaps. In iRacing, it's called the I rating, and that's also where we adjust it and really want to make it easier. Of course, in the endurance race, it's a total different thing. They can modify, they can do the settings, and between the races, there are 3 weeks that they have to practice and do all the stuff. And I tell you, that's a different ball game, and you will only really see the professionals actually be on top there and winning this thing. By the way, here this week, we have now finished the qualification. So we see David Paris is certainly first pole position. Then we've got Dani Herrera in second position, both from Spain. We've got Jordi Clara from Spain third, Raul Diago from Spain fourth, and fifth and sixth. The top 6 are actually Spaniards, so congratulations to that force of Spaniards driving. And on 7th position is Maximo Tillina from Canada. Then we've got Bruno Arcoqui. He is, I think it says Iberia as well, new driver on board with us. Then we've got on position number 9 Luis Cuevas from Portugal, I think. Stephen Bird from the UK is 10th. We got Justin Linden on the 11th position on the qualification from Holland. Martin Hobson from the UK is 12th. And here we are now lining up the drivers on where we are. So we got 13, Tom Boss, who was our first in the last season from Holland. Mark Belong from Spain, from Iberia, 14th. Martin de Jong, our Master Steward on 15th. Tristan Klopp from Holland, 16th. We got Remco Bauer from Holland, 17th. Gregory Sesma from Spain, 18th. Antonio Celada, 19th. Carlos Roca is 20th. 21st is Evan Spitz. 22 is David Martinez. We got Diego Delgado on 23 and Sam van der Voon from Holland, number 24. So these are the official participants, and here we go, the race is on. We have a standing start, ladies and gentlemen. That's usually the most critical point where you see people going in front. And we just saw that Rowe had an amazing start. He came from 4th position going up to 1st. He overtook Raul, overtook David Perez and Dani Herrera. So you see, this was an amazing start. I hope we didn't have a jump start there, because then the stewards will need to penalize them. But I think that was just perfect, and there's no big handicaps. We don't see many red lines coming up there. That means there's a clean start. Everybody's still within the tracks, and that's really great, because sometimes on those standing starts people really find it difficult to get off and pass away and pass the others. So this time we have it clean, and as soon as I go to the next corners, we will see if it's possible from race direction to have the review of the start again, to see how Raul Diago managed to actually go up front and take up the lead at that first round of that race that goes on for 20 minutes. And we say we are in Belgium, in Zolder, a great racetrack. There was a lot of history, and that's really where we are right now, showing you in live broadcasting from our server through iRacing.com, the largest and best professional simulator. And here we go. There's a start. Let's see what this is looking up. So we got there. There's David Perez in first. Second is Dani Herrera. Third is Jordi. It's a red car that is behind the first. And let's see what's going on there. Great start. Okay, I can see Rowe is already going through the middle, going through everybody. Wow, what a start. Everything clean. And he's taking the outside line and just accelerates. It's like hell. I mean, that's really a great start, and I certainly think that it will give him some great brownie points between them. So David is nearly been taken over by Jordi there as well, but in the end, no, he is still in second now. So we still have that competition going on. By the way, the Dream Factory, the car 27, that's Raul Diago, and he is our race director. So believe it or not, he is not just the race director, he is an excellent driver as well, as you can just see. And there is David Perez from Spain. Also, he is driving real races and stuff, so we know David for quite some time, and we are really happy to have David Perez again racing with us, and looking forward to see him and also winning, because he's got an aspirant for at least at the podium of those seasons that we got there. This is from the inside how it looks from David Perez's car. He's on the Ferrari chasing the BMW. and you see all the little buttons in there. All this is really an amazing view, isn't it? But this is what they see, you know. Well, it's actually this camera from the inside to the middle of the car. So he's going to slipstreaming. Okay. I like that. I mean, that's an amazing thing. That's really where it goes. Yeah. And there we have him. But it's not easy to overtake a Raul Diago either. I mean, those fighting with the knife in the mouth at the moment, and this is going very quickly. And you will see, usually those guys, they know each other for years of racing in the different series and Spanish leagues and stuff like this. I got told, so they know their mistakes, they know their good things or the bad things, and so much about. I mean, it's just amazing how serious those guys are doing it. And remember, this is virtual racing. Nobody gets hurt and nobody is losing lives. If something, incidents like this, like we see just Diego Jimenez Delgado, who just got out there. I think he was out on the green. Yeah, you see, boom, there he goes, and then he loses on the back. So he has to, lucky he's not really spinning so much, so he's not losing that much time. But he has to incorporate himself. There he is, back, and he is now up and about to position number 23. Meanwhile, we see Tom Ross actually on 24th position. That's strange because Tom really is a very quick driver, and see him that far behind from Holland. He was fourth in the last season championship, so that must be certainly not in what Tom expected to get started. Right now we have a no lead changes. We still have Raul first. David Perez is second. Danny Herrera is third, and Jordi Clara is fourth. Juan Iglesias is fifth, and Maxime Villeneuve is now, he's upgraded himself to another position, so he's on 6 right now, which is great. I mean, that gave him an additional position, and it all makes points. For those of you that are not aware, I mean, the winner of each races takes 100 points that they can take home or take it into their championship standing. And then we got on the second race the same points, and you can see that there's an opportunity. There's an overtaking probably going on, yes or no? Will he be able? Yep, that looks very fair. I think David is just overtook Raul, taking back his first position, car number 95. And now Raul has to see if he can stick with David. So, and he's got right on his back, he's got Danny Herrera now chasing him as well. So hopefully Raul can keep his position. If not, there's a tough fight. And you see on first position is Jordi Clara. He's the winner of our last series. I'm sure he's just watching to see what those guys are doing. And at any moment in time you would see an attack going on there. Remember, the first race is only 20 minutes. And then we have a 5 minutes break for the drivers, and then we go straight into the second race series, which is in reverse order. And that means the winner of this race will start at 10th position, the second at 9th, and so on. So the top 10 of this race will start in reverse order. So I can see that some guys are still having battles going on, and I just saw that some of them already complaining that somebody got kicked out at the back of the car. So, well, this is racing, guys. Incidents happen. Thanks God you're not getting hurt. So that's all we can say. A little show again of our drivers' sponsors, just to show them from time to time through our viewers so that they get used to it. There's Tom Voss from the Benelux. Yep. He certainly is for X-SiM Invest. He's driving this car, and he just got into pits, so I'm not sure what has happened there to Tom Voss. That's strange. He must have been a damaged car or stuff like that. Okay, now the chase is on, and it looks like that David Perez is actually moving away. He's out of the 1 second sinks, so he must have something special. He must have the special engine in behind it. So it's all about how late you brake. And remember, guys, you can sit those guys into any real car, and they're being good on that as well. Very close, isn't it, Kevin? They're really smashing. The first top 6 here are really very close together. They're really fighting it. That's amazing.
I'm watching out for Stephen Bird and Martin Hobson, the 2 British guys.
Let's see where we're at. We got Stephen Bird just got up by 8 positions, and Martin Hobson now in 11th, who's also improving. So you see, those British guys are also now improving, and yeah, we got Stephen Bird on the Audi. That's the only driver so far that has took the Audi. and we've got Martin Hobson on the BMW. So two different car types, two different sizes with different size of fuel in the tank. You will see that in the next race, because in the next race they have to fuel up. That's part of the how can I say, the handicap that we have incorporated. But this is a nice course, isn't it? Zolder, I can hardly remember this so long time ago that this Formula One was there. I think in 1982 there was the last Formula One track that had been celebrated, last race on Formula One. And of course, if you're not really into all these other little leagues, and that's different. Then most people don't even recognize or remember Zolder. Because Franco Spa has taken over that Formula One first as an exposure, as an addition after the passing away of Gilles Villeneuve, and then it came a constant, and now Spa is one of those famous things that is equally to, I would say, famous, I would say, even to Monaco, which is a total different thing, but Spa is very loved because of that start-finish lines that go down there. So it's amazing tracks to me. I mean, I love motorsports, as many people of you know. I'm in love with what's going on the Formula One, and of course, being the CEO of X-SiM Racing certainly gives me the great opportunity to share with you a little bit of my wisdom when it comes to Formula One and to racing. But of course, I'm not a driver on sim driving. I'm not the one that really knows all about it, but we got quite a big bunch of professionals, and all our X-SiM driving, 80% of the drivers are part of the management teams that make this micro-sponsoring funnel project, as we call it, to become such a success. Okay, we are down now. We've done 10 minutes, and we got halfway through the first race, and you can see that David Perez is gone. He's off. If he's not having any incidents or some maybe a tire or brake issues, then very hard to get to take on from him, because he is now more than 2.5 seconds in front, and certainly shows what I got told, that the Ferrari should be that car that fits best for Zolder. So certainly proves what I got told by the race director, by the second of today, that he was saying that Ferrari should be the winning car for this race. So we will see if that is true. The only BMW is him, and we can see the dominance is clear. The first top 4, we got 3 Ferraris and 1 BMW in there. Stephen Bird still 8th position, and Martin on 11th, just for our British viewers. So we got 8th and 11th position by our British guys that are racing also with us. And then we've got Canada, who is currently on 6th position, and we got Jordi Clara, which really surprises me that he is sticking there in the back on 5th position in the moment. We've been so used to see him right on front that yeah, let's see if he's got something in his sleeve for a bit later down this at the end of this first race that we have tonight. I like the colors of Only Gear, I must admit. This red thing looks good. Okay, just being a little bit more silent for a moment, just that you can enjoy what's going on. I think we got certainly an improvement. I can see people from different parts of the world logging on onto our Facebook and to YouTube and also to Twitch, and yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to see you guys, and my regards goes to all our viewers that are on the different social communities and networks watching us. We are broadcasting live every Sunday the next 5 weeks for you at the same time. It's 7 p.m. Central European Summer Time or 6 p.m. UK time. Also summertime, of course. Kevin, did you already change in the UK as well the summertime this night?
That's
You did, yeah.
our clocks went forward last night, so we've got another hour's light today, which is lovely.
Yep. So we just lost 1 hour, right?
Yeah, well, we gained an hour. Well, I suppose we lost an hour in the morning, but
Yeah, you lost 1 hour sleep. I mean, I realized when I woke up, I said, sore. I said, this is strange. Not tired, but I looked at my clock and it's a Sunday, and normally I'm up about 7:30. I looked at my clock; it was 9 o'clock. I said, that's how you realize it's different.
It's also Mother's Day here, so in the UK.
It's Mother's Day. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we celebrate our mums. We take them for dinner or take them some flowers and chocolate and things and so on, which of course they thoroughly deserve.
Okay.
Absolutely. So it's always a nice.
Oh, mums be happy. Yeah.
Well, I always think it indicates the beginning of spring when the flowers,
Spring.
the bulbs start to come out of the gardens, and you've got everything to look forward to then. Spring and summer.
And I just see we got our Canadian driver in boxes. Not quite sure what happened to him. Let's see if he comes out again. So we got Mr. Maxime Tillinov. He is on boxes. And he's now out, it says. So let's see if he maybe has to retire his car. That could be. Because certainly strange to see somebody go into boxes in this first race, because there's enough fuel in there. But maybe he's got some incidents. He may be blown the engine or something. Let's see. Can we quickly go in boxes, if that's possible, for the direction? If he's still standing there, or if he's just really out, or just incorporating himself again.
So when you say they go into boxes, what does that mean exactly?
Well, you know, boxes means that they go outside of the track, and you see then they have to go drive into the boxes where the getting their tires changed or a quick repair and stuff like this. That's all done. Fueling up, for example, the next race they have to go in boxes, fueling and putting up fuel. That's what the drivers do normally in boxes. But really on this first race, Kevin, they don't need to do that. That's what is strange, that he's actually on there. Okay, he's from Canada. And yeah, it just says out there. Okay, yeah, I think he's retired the car. There he is, you can see he got there. Unfortunately for him, first race with us, and looks like he had to retire the car, so we got only 24 participants at the moment.
Sure.
There is another issue. Got the replay there. Let's see, that's what happened. Oh, I think he lost. I didn't know he went straight into boxes. That's strange. Neither do I. Maybe he's lost brakes. It could be, but who knows? I mean, he should have been smashing himself. But anyway, sometimes we will find out after the race for sure, and to see him and we'll ask him maybe later. Let's see what he thinks. But that's good for our British driver. Stephen Bird is now on 7th position. So, and Martin Hobson is now on 10. So the top 10 is certainly, we got 2 Brits in there. And that's great also. Although we have, I don't see any German drivers in the top 10. Certainly got plenty of Spanish, and we got in the top 10, we got, let's see, we've got Spanish, we've got British, and we've got Dutch, and we got, I think, Portuguese. So these are the drivers in the top 10 right now. So let's see. Like our great driver from the semi-slick, who is Dustin, who is actually at the Nürburgring. So our regards go over to the Nürburgring, because he is having some real fun on the Nürburgring with his guys and with the cars that they got there. So I'm sure he will be watching it later, and he will incorporate himself from next week on again. So yeah, we really wish him great fun. But we have been there in September as well. I mean, 5 of us have been in the Nürburgring on the International World Expo of Sim World Expo that the ADAC, the racing organization from Germany, actually put together. By the way, they will be moving the World Expo of Sim Racing for this year in September out of the Nürburgring, and they will go to Nuremberg. There will be a much bigger place, an event location, because last year it was so crowded and the event location in the Nürburgring just couldn't keep up with all the people that came to visit. So we have on September, we'll be going out there. Maybe we even are going out to with a stand and to present X-SiM Racing, our micro-sponsoring in Nuremberg in September 2022, to show the world what X-SiM can do, and especially what sim racing can do. Victor Lobato, by the way, also a great driver. He's fighting for position here right now. He's behind Juan Iglesias. Ooh, that was quick. I think Juan really took up that position. He's fighting there. I mean, to not being overtaken, but good driving so far. And the difference between the first and second is 5 seconds. So David Paris is off and gone, ladies and gentlemen. He was the quickest time. He made the qualification pole setting, and now being overtaken in the start by Raul Diago. He has now got his position back, and he is right. He's gone. Nobody is able to catch up with him. That's certainly one thing that we just realized here. 5 seconds in 20 minutes between those pros. That's worlds. Kevin, would you agree with me? 5 seconds. That's amazing.
I think in motor racing it's a tremendous gap. Yes, 5 seconds. We've only got just over 1 second left of this race, any?
Yeah, 1 minute left. Yeah, 1 minute left to go. Yeah.
Not 1 second, 1 minute. That would be quick.
Yeah.
1 second.
That would be quick. Yeah. Ooh, there's some overtaking going on in the back. We just see Ivan Spitz also now being overtaken. He just took Sam, and yeah. Sam, by the way, is our youngest driver, 16 years old, from Holland, so great to have Sam with us. Always love to have those young talents driving with us, and they can learn so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 30 seconds to go, the start-finish line. That just with this will be the last lap before the end of the race, of race number 1. So let's see if there is some change going on. There is certainly the battle for position number 5 between Victor Lobato and Juan Iglesias. And we have 2 BMWs in there. Curious history. Will has gained 2 positions. Danny has lost 1. Jordi has lost 1 position. Juan Iglesias gained 1. Victor Lobato lost 1. And our British driver gains 3 positions. Our Dutch driver Justin gains 3 positions from the start. And who's won most? That's actually David Martinez. He's got he made 5 positions up from his qualifying to the current standing. Well, that's not bad, huh? And not many incidents, huh? So as we see, there will be now a very clean race, and they're going now to the last corners before the end of the race. There it is, finishing. Here we go. Oh, David is so much ahead, so now he's already through. And then here we go. Second is Raul Diago. Third is Danny Herrera. We missed the winner just too quick, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. Well, this is the end for really race number 1. I think some of them are still challenging in there in the last minutes and last corners. Congratulations, certainly to David Perez, a great race. And also congratulations to Raul for really getting an absolute amazing start. Even overtook everybody. And Danny Herrera from Spain, 3rd position. So we got the first podium of the first top 3. So there's 100 points for the winner, 80 points for position number 2, 70 points for Danny Herrera on position number 3. These are the top 3 on the podium. And now we will have, once everybody is inside, has finished the race, we have 5 minutes. But we call it warm-up. Actually, it allows our drivers, because they're sitting at their home, to really go and have a look. For example, here's the official points that we use that gives you a better understanding. So David Perez, 180, 70, 64, 60. So that's how we really do those things. So it gives you a good understanding. Each of those points are convertible into race for points on our social community. If you are not a driver like me, or if you're just a viewer and you're not really having the talents, or you're not really into self-driving, then you can still race for points with us. Because at the xsimracing.com, at the top you see the X-SiM C, which is our social community, and everybody that is a fan, that is a sponsor, that is a driver, has the ability to earn and get those points just for being active and show and say hello. So you will see, sign up there, get your race for points, and see if you can make it, because the top 20 every month, at the end of the month, will get a monetary volume, some money coming over to you as a non-racer, if you're not a racer yourself, but you can still earn money with us. So I think it's a great opportunity for you to being active and have a look what X-SiM Racing is doing, and here we are. There is the last one is Maxime, and he's 5 laps behind it. He still takes 10 points home for the first time racing with X-SiM Racing. It's a great images, isn't it? That's actually the live pictures that you see here. You see some drivers maybe going out and do some extra laps, but most of the drivers just stay in boxes and wait for the reverse order start of race number 2. So that means David Perez will be starting on the 10th position when it goes to there. Okay, blue flags. I just got a message here. People are not taking care about blue flags. Well, I'm sure the stewards will take a look into this, because we are really taking it very serious on this season that drivers follow the rules. That's why we don't have... We will, I'm sure we will, because it's a lot of money on the game, and the best way to dent them and to educate them, isn't it, Richard? Would you agree?
Yeah, certainly.
No. Okay, great. I love this. This is a great side Zolder, really. You can see the cars moving already. Some of them are coming out of boxes there, and everything green looks a little bit like like Austria, where I'm located.
We've still got snow, Michael.
No, we have no snow, thank God, anymore. But they are telling us that we might get some snow on Tuesday. So I said, oh no, because we had the past 5 days, I mean, it was 20-21 degrees, just amazing timing. Really, we went out with the dogs and stuff like this. That's really just great. We didn't have bad weather when you came over to see me, isn't it? It was good weather as well.
It was constant sunshine. It was lovely, huh? Yeah. Surprised
Just
me.
still at nighttime it's getting cold here. I mean, last night we got 5 degrees, -5 degrees at night. So
that was actually very useful, because the hotel I stayed in didn't have a fridge, which meant I could run on the balcony.
Okay, well that was easy. Yeah. Okay, well the weather condition, this whole race is being sponsored by Dave Capital, our main sponsor. The weather is 18 degrees outside. We've got 17 here. 66% on humidity. It's partial cloudy. The wind is not blowing very hard, only 70 kilometers per hour. It's round 1, the circuit of Zolder, the GT3 challenge, and it's our X-SiM micro sponsoring championship. So welcome to X-SiM Racing, and guys, if you're watching us and you haven't heard about us and you just saw us for the first time, go to the website and find out there. You can make money, you can win money, you can drive with us, and it's a lot of things are happening, and you have fun with us, which I think is most important. Enjoy yourself. It's a Sunday, and give yourself an hour and a half of break and enjoy some young talents going around the virtual tracks without getting hurt. I know we got a lot of support from moms and dads that really prefer their kids doing this sport than really doing the real sport. Of course, most of the drivers dream to have their own race car one time, but then you need tons of money. I mean, to be in a GT3 series, you need about $300,000-$400,000 every single season, just for having an ordinary car with no chances to win. So I think this is a different approach, and when you see our winners here, like David Perez, he's racing for many years, and Raul Diago, he's racing for 12 or 14 years now on iRacing since it started. We got Danny Herrera, our old-timers, and Jordi Clara. Those guys really are on that for many, many years. Victor Lobato also new with us, privateers, and Stephen Bird finally finished 6th. Now let's see, it will be on reverse order. People, this is the last, just a 5 minutes break before we go into race number 2. And here, this will be the start up for race number 2. First is Luis Cuevas. Second is Martin Hobson from the UK. Third is Bruno Corki from from Portugal. Justin van der Linden starts fourth. Stephen Bird 5th. Victor Lobato 6th. Jordi Clara 7th. Danny Herrera 8th. Raul Diago 9th. And the winner is David Perez. He starts from 10th position. Again, we have a standing start. So let's see if there is another great start, and usually the second one is, remember guys, if you're listening to us, your drivers, most of them listening to us as well, you don't win the race in the first corners, okay? So also please watch the blue flags that you're indicating, that the stewards will show you if you've been overtaking. If somebody is coming across and you're being lapped down and you have a blue flag, let them pass by, because if not, We will penalize you. Here we go. Ooh, there's somebody cooking out. There's very slow start from the number one. He's already lost 4 or 5 positions. No idea where they are right now. We're missing the points, the data on the left hand side. There we are. There we got them back. Okay. There's somebody gone. Okay, let's see how is everybody doing. And so we got Roll Diago is already up again on 7th position. David Perez is on 8th, so they both gained 2 positions. So the winners are already steering through a pack. And Stephen Bird second right now. That would make you happy, isn't it, Kevin?
Absolutely, yes.
And Martin Hobson 4th. So you got 2 Brits in the top 4. So let's see if they can keep it there.
There's a long way to go.
Long way to go, and they have to fuel up as well on this second race, huh? Luis Enrique, I'm sure you get disqualified after what you've just done. That's really going into the track without looking. That doesn't help, you know, and it's just a dangerous thing. He's got a damage.
Yes,
he got kicked.
This is very stupid.
Very stupid mistake. Ooh.
Yeah, it's crashing and then an unsafe re-entry. It's double trouble.
Double trouble, disqualification. I would think so. If he's incorporating himself again, so not really good. But hey, some people call it racing incidents. There he's going into boxes there right now. I'm going into the pits boxes. I call it box the car. I think in English called pits. The pit box. So yeah, you can see the cars that are involved in the incident. They're all lining up, and there's Luis Enrique coming up. So we got 3 cars in pits right now in the boxes, and see there we do have an option for a fast repair. A fast repair just take long, and this one time they can do it in the race. In the 2 races, they can have a fast repair. So if you have some bumpers wrong, or you're braking or stuff, or you have a puncture, or some even car damages that your steering wheel is not adjusted, or you're losing track, then we have given them the option to come into the pits, and then from there click a button, and then they have a fast repair. It doesn't take long. I got corrected last time. I was told it takes 10-15 seconds. It really doesn't take as long. Ooh!
I think
2 of those cars are really just getting themselves involved.
Yeah. I think we find the British guy is actually winning at the moment, Michael.
Yeah, he's on the top, man. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Ooh.
Can you stop the race now, please?
Yeah, we can stop it.
Stop the press.
Yeah, I'm sure some guys won't be so happy. They've taken away my challenge.
He's got quite a nice lead as well, actually.
Yeah, certainly at the moment, yeah.
2.5 seconds now.
There's a lot of little things that happen. Danny Herrera will be challenging me soon. He's already reducing the difference to 5. 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. It's reducing quickly. When he goes into slipstream, it will even get quicker. But one thing is to get close, the other thing is to overtake. Yeah? They're 2 different things. But certainly the Ferraris are on that track, certainly powering it up here. Let's see, we got David Perez. He's already back on 5th position now from 10, so he's gained 5 positions. Victor Lobato is 4th. He's there, kept his position there, yeah. Juan Iglesias going up. Martin de Jong is also getting up again. And where's Tom? What's happening today with Tom? I'm very disappointed to see Tom that low behind there and everybody. That's strange. For a young, talented driver. Tom Vos from Holland, 19 years old. An amazing driver, but also an amazing He's our director for coordination for this micro-sponsoring project. So you will hear a lot of him, and if you see our social media activities and multimedia activities, this is where Tom Voss is also participating actively together, by the way, with Justin van der Linden, who's also driving right now. And Justin is third, which is also normal for him. He's within the top 10 usually very often. Remco seems to have a bad day as well. Remco, one of the top 10 drivers, currently on 20th position, so I'm not quite sure. Well, I remember Remco was out and about yesterday. He had some couple of beers, I guess. And today he's got a dickhead. Oh, big head? How do you call it?
Hangover.
Hangover, yeah, that's the one, yeah. He's rising actually for the Black Line trailers, and that's our Austrian sponsor. He's doing VIP trailers for cars €1 million and above, to make sure that they're not getting damaged when you bring them on showcases and scenarios. That's what the Black Line trailers business is all about. Really amazing trailers that they're building. I mean, I've seen them in action, and it's just so smooth. You get them, you know, the spoilers, usually they have problems to carry them away. Not everybody is able to take a $2 or $3 million pounds car into a good trailer without getting them damaged, you know. So the owners are usually very much concerned that unprofessional people handling those big values. Blackline Trailers is specialized in doing exactly that, to take care that VIP, that cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, then if they're going to showrooms, that they're not being damaged, and they give the guarantee to their trailers that they really have an easy way up and down from the trailers to actually being given to those presentations. Well, Justin is certainly under pressure now, and I think he just got overtaken by David Paris, who is now up in third position. So we've got 2 more to go, and now Danny here just overtook Stephen Bird, and Stephen Bird is now down to second. There is that Justin coming up again, and he's racing together with Victor Lobato, who just overtook him, and so we got Victor Lobato now 4th position. And Stephen just got himself back again. He just relapped himself back into 1st position. So there's a big battle going on between Stephen Bird from the UK and Daniel Herrera from Spain for the position number 1 on this 2nd race. And we're only down 8 minutes, so we've got 32 more minutes before the end of the race. And remember, there is the time to make tactical moves. We usually see them. Well, what can I say? In the 1/3, we have seen drivers that came in the 1st third of the race, and then we have some, like our winner from the last season, which is Jordi Clara. He usually takes his fuel up right to the end, because he's a good cruiser as well, not just a great quick driver, but he cruises a lot, and very often in those races he takes advantage of racing behind somebody. Right now he's racing behind Raul Diago, and both are going there on a good speed. I'm very impressed with Stephen Bird, by the way. He's new with us, and great to see that he is such a great driver as well. So he is driving the Spades communication. That's a cryptocurrency, the Spades tokens. A good friend of us from Colorado doing tokens, crypto tokens for the third world countries. Good friend of mine. Who is doing this for many countries that don't have that ability to get bank accounts and give them the chance to have something where they can internally exchange values through the Spades tokens. So Stephen is coming in now. He's probably on a tactical move. You will see he will be going in there, fueling up. Probably don't change tires. Let's see how long he will be standing there. Being in 1st position. Yeah, here he goes. So he's exit. So Stephen has 1 pit exit. He went 1st, and he's now down to 13th at the moment. And it took him 49 seconds. Is that right? Yep. 49 seconds entry and out. 40.499, or nearly 50 seconds. So I think he really fueled up early, and that gives him now the chance to just, if he's got no incidents, to go through, because everybody else has to go through. Let me see, all those 11.2 seconds on the fueling up, so I think he fueled up enough to go through, and this is where you can win it or lose it, because the driver decides. This is where they do their own settings. The driver decides how much fuel they take up and how well they calculated how many gallons or liters they put into the tank. That's they really make it, and the time they want to come in is up to them as well. So let's see if Steven is up to about, and so he went from 1st to 14th, so he lost 13 positions. Let's see if that gives him a good advantage now, as long as he's not getting into any trouble. Good late braking, overtaking here, inside, overtaking, boom, 13th. That's how you do it. Now you're getting the inside. Okay, great move, Steven. Yeah, good driver. Huh? Yeah, he's good, yeah. Also, I like that colors for the Spades tokens. Haven't seen them so often, because you have to be good to be shown. It's like everything. If you're on top, if you're a good driver, you will be shown more times on the TV here. Oh man, he is quick. Look at this, he's already gone. And now he's got 6 more seconds to reach to Sam Thundercurven. So he's got some clear air in front of him. Let's see how quick will he be reducing and go and chase Sam. So 5.9 seconds, he's really quick. I mean, look at this, it's a 5.7, 5.6. His distance, he's really hammering it out there. Maybe it was just a perfect move. I've seen Roll Diago doing that once in the race last season, when he came in to fuel up very early and really gained 2 or 3 positions. I think he came in 4th position and finalized then on 2nd by this maneuver. Then we got Bruno Kouaki going into pit lane, just coming in, fueling up as well. You see, when you see the red bar, that means that they're going into pit lane, and then we see how long it takes for them to fuel up. David Perez is now 2nd already, so he is really going for Danny Herrera. There it is, there's the fight. The 08 is defending himself. They know each other for a long time. I think Danny is 38 and David Perez, I think, is 25 years old. So there is the older generation, so to say, on sim racing fighting the younger generation, and I like the battles that they're doing. Yeah? Those Ferraris, you see the dominance of Ferraris, what I've mentioned? That's what I got told. That's a Ferrari course.
Yeah, it's very good in corners.
Oh yeah,
and this is
certainly
a tight
look
circuit.
like.
Yeah.
It is very tight, yeah. And also pretty quick, isn't it? Got some long straight
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Quick, I mean.
Yeah, quick and tight, yeah. That's where the Ferrari is better, isn't it, than the BMW?
Yeah.
Which we don't see many Lambos on there on top, I must say. That's probably too heavy for that. So, I mean, Stephen Bird in that lap, he's already reduced by 3 seconds the difference to Sam. So he's up for catching up next lap. We probably see him overtaking our youngster in the track, and because Stephen certainly is putting an amazing performance there. Maybe he's got some fresh tires on there as well. We will see. And David Perez is shooting for the win. He certainly will be putting Danny Herrera under pressure. Let's see how we're going. Remember, I think the top 10, none of them have been in the pits yet for fueling up. And there can be a lot of time gained. Half a second more or less can make all the difference. There are some coming in now. So you see, the first 11 have no stop, and the first one to stop is really Stephen Bird. Okay, so the strategy maybe just pays off. And we have lost Maxim Kilinev, so he's not with us. He didn't start it as it seems. Okay. And there's Jordi Clara chasing Martin Hobson, the other UK driver, which is really stabilizing himself. Martin is doing a great job being on 4th position here. You know, this race is fully sponsored by our main sponsor, Dave Capital. I want to say thanks for all the things they're doing. And of course, our thanks goes out to all our micro sponsors as well, like Alp Auto Paints, you just saw here, driven by David Paris. And then you got the Solfan Project Management. Those are all micro sponsors that are with us for the past year. So really great to have them on board. And let's see, Martin Victor Lobato is number 3 now. He's gained another position. I think he was 5th at the start. And Jordi is 5 now. He's overtaking Raoul, so there's a change as well. There it is, only Gear, our winner from last season. And he is right behind Martin now. That's... Ooh, that was close. And Martin is driving Dave Capital car. And really doing some great work there for Dave Capital. Just really staying in there. Because as I said, it's one thing is to catch up, the other thing is to be able to overtake. And if you overtake, just make sure you make it a clean cut, because if not, the stewards will be after them after the race. They may be disqualified, or they get 5 seconds or 10 seconds added, or maybe they have to start at last in the next race. So those things, I know that the stewards have really improved, or what can I say, really made it stronger for the penalties and things to educate the drivers correctly, because that's part of professionalism when it comes to driving, to make sure to educate them that rules are there to keep them together. You know, we're not in the scooter box somewhere where you can just put people out of race just because he kicked you or he made a mistake, because we had that scene and we had to disqualify drivers, and some of them are not even allowed to drive with us anymore. But here you can see we're aware that Jordi is certainly a very quick driver, and he's right on the bumper of Martin Hobson. But Martin, a good buddy of mine, a father of 5 kids, and in the UK, and last year had a nasty accident with a motorbike we're talking about, and then he had an injury on his back, and he just came out of hospital about 4 months ago, and so that he is being able to race again is just a miracle, really a miracle. So keep on going, Martin. You're doing a great job, and keeping Jordi Clara behind you for so long certainly shows there's more than just talent. There's a lot of experience behind Martin as well. And by the way, Martin Hobson is also an ambassador for the races, and he's doing endurance races, all sorts of stuff. So you will see and hear from Martin many more things. He's with us since the beginning, and we are very glad to have him on board as a driver, as an ambassador, as a management team partner as well. So, and now you can see, ooh, there is coming in, 3 of them are coming in, Martin, Jordi and Raoul, all 3 of them going into boxes. Let's stay, they're all coming together. Let's see who's got the better tactics. Let's see this. So Jordi, Raoul and Martin, let's see. Oh, somebody has to reverse. Oh my gosh, I think that Jordi Clara, yes, he overran in the pit boxes, so he'd be really unlucky, really unhappy about that. We see, ooh, there's Raoul already up. And Raoul is, yep, he quickly as quick as Martin. But who really screwed it up big time for himself was Jordi. He had to reverse. So he was not braking quick enough on his boxes, so he had to reverse. So that's a mistake that you shouldn't do. But you see, even experienced drivers sometimes get it wrong. I remember Mr. Vettel in Formula 1 going and parking on the Red Bull when he went to the Ferrari. And he wanted to go into pit boxes, and he parked on Red Bull, being a world champion with them 4 times. So sometimes those things happen. But you can see that really made it bad before Jordi. Jordi is now 14th. Meanwhile, Martin is 10th and Raoul is 11th. And when they went in boxes, Jordi was ahead of them. So you see, boxes, pits not always work out. And I was telling you before that Jordi especially is one of those guys that really know a lot about boxes, and he usually went in very late at the end of the race. But here, not being in front, he maybe thought to make something different. But this time it didn't work out. And in the top, we still have the challenge of David Perez with Danny Herrera, both going there for the first position. We've got Sam van der Koven, who is right now in 13th position. And let's see where we got Stephen Bird up already with the Audi on 8th position, Kevin. He is really going up there. He's done the right thing.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yep. And up to 7. Huh? He just picked up another one.
And I don't think the guys above him have been in the box yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but Stephen has been in the box. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah. Stephen been in. Oh, Stephen was one of the first to go in there. That's why I was wondering. So he will not be going in there. And if he's got no incidents in the race, we might see him on the podium here.
He's certainly going to be competing, I think. We're halfway through now.
Yep. We got halfway, yeah, Rob, absolutely right, yeah. And for our viewers, you see we have the lap times. We got the race times. It's either maximum 40 minutes or 30 laps. Okay, so if there is a shorter circuit and there is that the laps are over, then you actually end those races before 40 minutes. That's why we show both. And sometimes viewers have asked us, how come that you showed 30 laps but you only did 21? And that's because they already finished 40 minutes. And some of the tracks, like in Spa, for example, you see that happening, that the time is the indicator. Okay, so whatever is first up, that's when the races is finished. And here it's very equal. I think it's about 15 laps of 30. And it's 40 minutes, 21 minutes to go, and that's the 21st, 16th lap they have now. Yeah, more or less equal from the time. Jordi Klauer is now down back up to 11th position, and Stephen Bird is up to 6th now. Still, we have quite a few drivers on top that are not have filled up and refueled. So, and Martin de Jong, can we see quickly who has not from the top has not fueled up yet? How many pit stops we had? Let's see. There is 0. The first top 5 haven't made any stop yet. Okay, thank you. So that means when we go back to the timing, there's about a 40 seconds difference really. From going into the pits and coming out and fueling up, there's probably 48, 49 seconds as I saw before. And fueling is between 10 and 11 seconds, so let's see.
We've still got the young lad Sam Van, he hasn't stopped yet, so he's going to shoot up a little bit.
Yeah, well, there is a time. So let's see, Stephen's got, in total he is 23 seconds behind there. So right now, Stephen certainly's got some great advantage if he's going in now. 23, 14, 5, so he could end up easy on 2nd or 3rd position when all those top guys go in. So let's keep an eye on Stephen Bird and our UK driver, because I think he's done the right job. If he's not getting into any incidents, as I said, on the race, he certainly has done a good job there. Already position number 6. "23 seconds behind David Martinez, but of course he hasn't been fueled up yet. He hasn't been in pits. And another 14 seconds. Well, my mathematic calculator works correctly. That's 36. 45 plus 5 right now. Between 2nd and 3rd, Stephen can end up if the top guys are going into pits. So because the pits entry, fueling up, and the pits out is about 49, 48, 49 seconds. So, and since all of them have to do it.
Ah, he's flashing again.
Yeah, that's Danny again, isn't it? And he did actually put some ring around his steering wheel saying that he doesn't touch it. He must have big fingers or something. Very irritating. just started flashing again, isn't it?
Yeah, he just started it.
Oh, buddy. Ooh, don't let that go in there. No, oops. Yeah, guys, there's a little. He's got a little mistake on this something on this steering wheel. We got told when he presses a button, somehow it just stuck in it, and he actually showed us a picture that he tried to make sure it doesn't happen again. But you see, it just happened again.
Yeah.
So.
Or something like when he turns his steering wheel to a certain amount, he is accidentally pushing that button.
Yeah, he should have a light indicator on his steering wheel telling him that he's doing that, because it's irritating. I mean, right now he's lucky because he's in front, he doesn't. But if you're behind, if he's behind you, I think it's irritating as a driver. It certainly would bother me if somebody would be constantly flashing me, you know?
True.
Oops.
What's happening?
What's happening there?
Oh, he's going to pit. I thought he was crashing.
Yeah, me too, yeah. So, let's see. Victor about 2 seconds. Stephen Bird 5th already. That's 49 seconds, 55. You see, this is the times that the drivers take from inside and getting outside. So 49.9, 50 seconds is not one of the best, but we have others that took much longer. Let's see how long Danny Herrera will take. It certainly gives the others a chance. So David Martinez, Danny Herrera just going in there, Victor Lobato, those top guys haven't done it yet. I think that was pretty, let's see, 42, 44, 45, 46, 47, 47. That's a quick stop actually. Not bad,
yeah,
huh?
that's
He's
good.
got 2 seconds quicker. 2 seconds quicker than Steven, so he did came out in front of Steven actually. Well, 47, one of the quickest pit stops I've seen so far. Yeah, this is I think Steven will be ending up, I think, on third at the moment as it looks.
Yeah.
Because he's doing a nice ride there, very constant. And we've got Martin on 9th position, another UK driver. We've got Tom is on 20 still, he's not getting better there. Still creeping around there, oh, there's the next pit stop. Now we have David Perez. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see how long does it take for him. Victor Lobato is now in front, also now in boxes. So let's see, pit exit by David Perez. That was a quick pit stop from David Perez, my gosh. Let's see how much time this takes for his pit stop. David Perez currently first. Wonderful, he's done it. David Perez a very quick pit stop, and so he actually finally finished himself first position, and he did took it away from Danny in the pits. Oh, well, that's tactics in the end, guys. And we're 28 minutes down the race, so we've got 10 more minutes to go. Stephen Bird now 4th position, and he's only 8 seconds behind the leader, so not bad at all. Raul 6th, Tristan is 7th, Martin Hobson 8th. I think we have them all now in pits on the top guys, isn't it? Well, that's one of the things. If they're coming in late, they don't need too much time to wait in pits, you know, for filling up. So it's all a question of, of choice. But really, you can see Stephen Bird is only 8 seconds behind the leader, so that's not bad at all. And he's got Juan Iglesias right on his tail. Oops, there's somebody else that just went into boxes. And that's... who is that? Raul will be going in boxes. Oh, Raul wasn't in there. That's strange.
That's his second.
I saw the second entry, isn't it, for Raul?
Yeah, you had a stop already.
He did, yeah. Oh, I'm sure he will be very unhappy with that. Well, somebody will be lucky.
Yeah.
And now we got Danny Herrera back in first. The battle's going on, guys. The 10 more minutes to go. Tenemos 10 minutos en la segunda carrera que todavía hay que hacer. Vosotros veis que tenemos 3 españoles delante. Dani Herrera, David Pérez y Víctor Lobato en el podium, los 3 en los Ferraris. Y este es el circuito de ellos. Y espero que disfrutáis con nosotros esta carrera que estamos emitiendo en directo para vosotros con unas buenas luchas y con la recarga de gasolina. Y realmente la batalla está caliente, ¿eh? Okay, meine Damen und Herren, wir sind die letzten 9 Minuten noch in dieser zweiten Rennen in der ersten Runde heute aus Zolder in Belgien. Wie ihr seht, da ist viel Action, war bis jetzt dabei, keine großen Unfälle, recht faires Rennen, aber wir haben die Dominanz der Ferrari ganz klar und da ist also wirklich jetzt, man sieht es, wie man gedacht hat, die Ferraris sind also auf der Strecke wirklich begünstigt, die kommen halt schneller um die Kurven, ne? Und da sehen wir, die ersten 3 sind Spanier, der Dani Herrera, der David Perez und der Victor Lobato. 2 wirklich neue dabei und der 4. ist unser Engländer oder von Großbritannien, der Stephen Bird, der auch sehr, sehr gut schlägt. Und dann haben wir als 5. Juan Iglesias aus Spanien, auch wieder mit dem Ferrari. Dann haben wir den ersten Lamborghini mit Tristan Klopp auf der 6. Position. Dann kommen 2 BMWs, der Martin Hobson aus UK und den Jordi Clara aus Spanien. Und dann 9. haben wir den Justin Linden und 10. ist unser Main Head Steward Martin de Jong aus Holland. Wie ihr seht, eine ganze Menge Action und ja, Stück für Stück kommen die Fahrer nach vorne. Auch unser 4. von der letzten Saison, Tom Voss, was mich sehr überrascht, ganz schlecht heute. Dem scheint der Lambo da gar nicht zu passen. Ne? Der Lambo ist wirklich nicht das Fahrzeug für diese Strecke, wie es aussieht, denn sie sind wirklich untergegangen. Heißt aber nicht, dass es nur am Fahrer liegt oder am Fahrzeug liegt, denn wir sehen also auch von 19 an bis 24 alles Ferraris und die haben die gleiche Konfiguration wie die ersten 3 Ferraris und da liegt es also wirklich an der Erfahrung, ne? An das, was da passiert. Okay? Okay guys, back to English. You can see the Ferraris are the top and the ones at the bottom, they are Ferraris. And remember what I explained before, they all have the same configuration. So if we have the top guys on the Ferrari and also the bottom top, then you can see it's not about the car, it's about the drivers and the experiences, and that makes a whole difference. That's good to know. And also, you know, drivers who are young, like we have Sam, for example, on the Ferrari, what those guys are doing, they will be amazed. They're going after the race, they'll look up every detail, they'll look what the big drivers, those professional drivers doing different to them, and they'll learn a lot from them. Because every race can be reviewed by every driver as many times as they like. They can go into iRacing and actually view each individual driver if they have participated to see what they have made difference. So it's a really learning curve as well, and especially when you're young, when you have ambition and you want to be on top, then you have to do this, because on the X-SiM racing, what we are doing, there's a lot of money coming down their way, money that they are not used to get. We are number 1 when it comes to really presenting it, and more drivers will take the abilities to race with us, but also have to follow our rules and guidelines. That's important, because money doesn't grow on trees, it's hard to be earned, and we want to make sure that nobody takes advantage of what we're doing just by participating, like we have Maxime Kelvin from Canada that I was mentioning. He didn't even dare to really race the second race, so we will disqualify him for the next race for sure. Those guys we don't want to have. You're either there, and if you're out from the first race and you're angry about it, you have a wrong ego. You're not supposed to be making a tendency on our racetrack. We don't want you. Okay. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 Ferraris in the top 10. We got 1 Audi and 1, 2. We got 2 BMWs and we got 3 Lambos. So not that bad. Quite mixture. I wonder why people don't use a Porsche. We have a Porsche as well, but nobody has picked them. And we got a Mercedes, but nobody likes a Mercedes to my. Oh, I hate that people don't use a Mercedes because I'm a Mercedes lover. Just get that right. The last 4 minutes before we finish our first round in Zolder in Belgium, ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by Dave Capital. And my name is Michael, and today with me we have a guest speaker, Kevin Wilkes from the United Kingdom. We've got Alessandro Antoni helping and assisting on the streaming together with Richard Meckens, both from Holland. And we are very, very proud to be able to present you this race. And we're looking forward to see you again also on next Sunday. And remember that we also have Saturday practice in case you're a driver. There is on 7 p.m. There is a 1 hour practice session before the race. And yeah, I think the next one is Nürburgring if I'm not mistaken. And hope to see you guys again watching us and sharing a little bit what's going on there. So here's David Ceballo Martinez from Spain just having an extra tour. He was probably the quickest lawnmower today on this track. Look like.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
He went on a sausage.
On the sausage, yeah.
Want to see it again?
Not really. Well,
sorry.
Yeah. Oh no. You know what's
Oh,
happened?
my.
He actually went with his left wheel, back wheel. He actually touched the bend, the curve, and that's why he lost it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, he lost it from behind, but then now he flies around us. Yeah. Driving mistakes, you learn it. I'm sure he's more disappointed with him than with anybody else. And Danny is still beating up. He's not giving up, and David Perez is still on his tail, you know. By the way, Alp Auto, this is our sponsor from Madrid. It's a tuning company from Madrid, run by one of our MTs, by Mr. Alex Arroca. He is our sponsor for that. So if you're having great cars and you want to tune it up and you're passing down in Madrid, go to Alp Auto. That's what they're doing. Can we show some more of our sponsors, please? Just remember, because the names, I think everybody gets used to them now. But let's see. We've got our Solfan project, I know, at number 1. And then we've got David Perez. We don't have the name of David Perez.
Missing sponsor names are by SDK. I have to set them right.
Okay, for the next time, no problem.
Yeah.
And we've got Futura Plan there. Then actually David Perez is Alp Auto. Victor Lobato, I think, is for the Apostle Entertainment Network. Stephen Bird, not quite sure what he was running. And we got 5th, which is a Futura Plan. 6th is Dave Capital today. 7th is Only Gear. 8th is a private family network. 9th is Trisha Kotak. 10th is a Marketing Pro Solution from Ireland. SRP Racing Car number 2. SRP is a manufacturer of pedals, so one of the best pedals on the sim industry. Then we've got the Blackline Trailer from Austria. As I explained, we've got the NATO, the steering wheels. There's the Apostle Entertainment Network car number 1. On 4th position, Pitt 2020. Great sponsor as well, brand new micro sponsor. And we've got Bruno Arkoki. We've got the IXM Invest on 7th position, UB Solution Network 18th. 19th is Luis Enrique Carrasco Cuevas. 20th is UB Live. 21 is Dream Factory, and 22 is Ram 2, 23 is Rafa Ortiz, Evan Spitz, and Max Dimonel. All of them are out of the race. So David Perez has managed to get on top and ahead of him. So David in the end will be the first who makes a double win today if he's not being challenged again by Danny Herrera. That's a good entry, isn't it, Kevin? Starting for the first time with us and take both wins home. That's not bad at all.
That's a brilliant performance. I personally think he's just showing off.
Yeah, I know David. He's been racing with us for a few times in other series. Also, we can just see that Danny has certainly found the button to turn off his lights. Or not?
Yeah.
Oh no,
He's now flashing for the.
They are finishing.
For the show.
This is the end. That's the end, yeah. Whew. How did I miss that? That's not my day. I missed both finishes, the first one and the second.
It wasn't screen.
It wasn't, yeah, but this me, I wasn't attention enough, so I guess, guys.
Last one
Well,
I missed, and now you missed. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
worries.
makes two of us. Makes
Yeah.
two of us. We will, we put ourselves in the corner and shame ourselves. Good one. Okay, where is Raul? What's happening to Raul? He's out, so I'm sure we will get some statements after the race. So, nice one, Justin. Really great. Everybody's coming in there. So we will soon, ladies and gentlemen, show you the points for this race and the overall standing of today's two races as well. There's absolutely no doubt we got 2 times a winner, so the top guy will be 200 points. That will be David P. Perez from Spain, and I'm sure he will be delighted to see that. And of course, our main sponsor, Dave Catwood, will be delighted to see that another round is being just finished, and we got a couple of cars still. That's one more car that needs to be going. I think that's it. And we got all cars now past the start checkered finish line. Exactly, and here is the official results. Once all cars are through, this is when our system will be able to show you the points given.
This
And
for the
that's
feature?
the feature of the race. That's the race we just saw.
I'm loading in the championship points right now.
And now we will put in the championships, the total in it. So let's see how this been ending. Well, certainly Stephen Bird in the end, he finished fourth, Kevin. One of the good results. Not bad at all.
Didn't do too bad.
No. And where do we have Martin? Martin 6th. So, I mean, great dominance from the British drivers there. I like that.
On a Ferrari track, no less, right?
Yeah, exactly. On the
Yeah.
Ferrari track as well, yeah.
Good point.
Here are the championship
Let's
points.
see here, the championship points. Okay. So we got David Perez, 200 points. Then we got Danny Herrera. That's the second of the today. Then we got Victor Lobato, third. We've got Stephen Bird, fourth. Very nicely done. Jordi Clara is fifth. Martin Hobson, sixth. Raul Diago is seventh. Justin van der Linden with 96 points is... oops. There it is, yeah. Justin van... Oops.
Yeah, I wanted to replay the finish of.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No worries. No worries. So we got Justin van der Linden 8th with 96 points. We've got Juan Iglesias 80 points on 9th position. 10th is Martin de Jong, car number 17 on 80 points, and the rest you can watch and see for yourself. Please, guys, remember X-SiM Racing. If you want to know a little bit more about what we're doing, what is micro-sponsoring, how can you benefit as a sponsor from a very unique marketing and concept that's called micro-sponsoring, please get in touch with us. We have presentations to explain that to you. If I'm not mistaken, it's every Tuesday and every Thursday we have a presentation for our micro-sponsors to understand how you can benefit, how you can participate and help us to get even bigger and growing to what we're doing. So guys, I want to say thank you. My biggest thanks goes over, of course, as usually, to our streamers, to Richard, to you, and of course your assistants that you got, Alessandro there.
No
Alessandro,
problem.
I hope you hear me. Thank you very much. Tell me what you think about our races, Alessandro.
It was awesome. Awesome seeing this in action, and it was an absolute pleasure to be a part of this today.
Oh, I'm glad to have you with us, because I know you all are not professionals. We're all amateurs when it comes to many of the things, but you guys are really rocking it. I'm really happy. Now, next weeks to come, we will even advance it. Thank you very much, Alessandro, for spending your time with us, and I'm certainly happy that you're with us, and we will certainly incorporate you. Kevin, the final words from your side, from the UK?
Yeah, I mean, everybody who's watching, go and tell your friends. Get the links over to them to come and watch the races, and get them to join the community, because it's growing, and you don't want to miss this.
You certainly don't want to do that. Okay, well, let me finish it off then for everybody. Say goodbye also quickly in Spanish and in German for our viewers. Saludos a todos los espectadores. Hemos terminado la primera ronda hoy desde Zolder en Bélgica. Tenéis aquí las puntuaciones en completo del campeonato después de la primera ronda. Aquí lo estáis viendo quién está liderado y le vamos a dar las gratulaciones a David Pérez por dos carreras seguidas de ganado. Congratulaciones. También a Dani Herrera y Víctor Lobato, que realmente han participado con nosotros. Estamos encantados que estáis corriendo con nosotros de nuevo. Bienvenido a bordo. Para hoy es lo suficiente. Próximo domingo a la misma hora para los pilotos a las 6:30 de la tarde. Para vosotros en directo a partir de las 7 en directo conmigo y con nuestro equipo que tenemos, que estamos encantados de haber podido transmitir en directo nuestro campeonato. Espero que os guste lo que estamos haciendo. Patrocinador principal es Dave Capital y todos nuestros micropatrocinadores. Un grande fuerte abrazo. Estamos encantados de colaborar, de verlo como vosotros estáis triunfando con nosotros. Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, das ist das Ende heute der ersten Rennen, der ersten Runde. Es ist heute der 27. März. Es ist 8:41 Uhr, also 1 Stunde 45 Minuten. Normalerweise haben wir Übertragung und dann freuen wir uns natürlich auch wieder heute sagen zu können, es war wirklich uns ein Vergnügen, euch unsere Rennserie zu zeigen von X-SiM Racing und wir sind mit euch zusammen und freuen uns auf die nächsten 4 Wochen. Diese Rennserie geht über 5 Wochen, also nicht vergessen, jeden Sonntag, gleiche Welle, gleiche Stelle. Und damit verabschiede ich mich hier aus Österreich. Ich habe den Kevin Wilkes aus den Vereinigten Königreich, England. Dann haben wir den Alessandro und den Richard aus Holland. Wir wünschen euch einen wunderschönen Abend noch, einen schönen Sonntag und einen guten Rutsch, einen guten Start ins neue Wochentag. Und ich hoffe, wir haben weiterhin schönes Wetter. Okay, wir sehen uns nächste Woche. Goodbye an alle. Okay, buenas tardes. Okay, well, let's go finish it off then. Take care, everybody. This is the end of this live broadcast.
Bye bye.